Someone has a dark obsession with you and you need to protect yourself. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the Magic Mirror. If you are new, if this is your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to grow. I've been making spiritual content for years now. So if you guys want to support me, you can do that by following along and engaging with the content, or you can work with me privately and we can get into some things. But today, I want to drop off an urgent message for the collective. For some of us, this is going to be multiple people. For others, it may just be one person. But regardless of who or how many people it is, this is a message to bring awareness to people who have an unhealthy attachment to you, who have a dark attachment to you, and you may be realizing it, but the thing about dark obsessions is that the way they play out is very tricky. It's always going to be something that's done sneakily, something that's done, shadily, something that could or could not be offensive depending on the perspective that you view it from, right? So this person is not going to overtly disrespect you. This person is not going to overtly cause harm to you, but they're just going to do little covert, dark, sneaky things to let you know they're watching you. They're watching every move you make. They're keeping tabs on you, and they are literally obsessed. It's really, really sad at this point, because what this is really revealing about this particular individual or these groups of people, it's revealing that they truly have a desire to connect with you. They have a deep longing for something that you offer, but they don't have enough self-awareness. They don't have enough security in themselves, and they don't have the tools they need to be honest about what they seek in connecting with you. So instead of just being like, hey, I'm interested in this about you, can you tell me more about this? Can you explain this to me? Or, hey, I really like this thing that you're doing. I want to support you. Or, I want to have more conversations with you. I want to connect with you in deeper ways. Instead of being honest about their needs, they're going about it in a backwards kind of way to make you think that something's wrong with you, to trick you into believing that you need them, when the truth is that they actually need you more. So what this dark obsession pattern does, this pattern of behavior, it causes the target to participate in this kind of cat and mouse game, where the target is the mouse and the person with the dark obsession is the cat, right? And basically, it's weird, right? But basically what the person with the dark obsession, their goal is to make the mouse chase the cat, right? And that's kind of out of order, right? Why would the mouse be chasing the cat? But this is what they want you to do. They want you to chase after them for validation. They want you to chase after them for love and communication. They want you to chase after them for approval, when really it's your love, it's your validation, it's your approval, it's your communication that they seek and they are so obsessed with. I'm telling you, this person is watching every single move you're making. And you may not be able to pinpoint every way in which They are keeping tabs on you and watching you. Someone has a dark obsession with you, and you need to protect yourself. I'm delivering this message because you need to know how to protect yourself, and you need to know where to protect yourself. One of the easiest ways to know that someone has a dark obsession with you is that they're always going to find fault in something about you or something that you're doing. So, not only are they watching every move you make and they're keeping tabs on you, they're also flipping everything you do into something negative. Let's say you change your hair. Now, just something as simple as you choosing a different hairstyle, they're going to say, "Oh, well, you're insecure. People who love themselves don't need to change their hair." And it's like it's not that deep though. It's just you wanted to have a different hairstyle. You tried something new, but now they're blowing it out of proportion to make it a negative thing about you. Um Oh, geez. I'm getting texts. They're going to find something to critique about every part of your life, everything positive about you. They're going to flip it into something negative. They're also going to ignore things that they can't flip into negativity. They're going to straight up ignore them. So if you have an accomplishment, if you are nice to them and you are kind to them, they're gonna act like they totally forgot about the times where you were loving and appreciative and supportive of them. They're gonna completely act like they didn't even know that happened, and then they're only going to focus on things that they can flip into negativity. They're only going to focus on things that they can flip into something being wrong with you. And really, it's to take the focus off of their own insecurities. It's to take the focus off of the deep pain that they keep running from because they're obsessed and fixated on everything outside of them. This dark obsession that these people or this person has with you, of course, there is some jealousy involved. Of course, there's some envy involved. There's something that you possess that this person wishes that they had. And again, this dark obsession comes from a subconscious desire that they are dishonest about. It comes from the fact that they actually do need and want you in their life. They need and want something that you possess that they don't have within themselves, but they don't have the honesty and the authenticity to just come directly out and say, "I love you. I want to be in your life. I want to have more conversations with you. I want to get to know you more. I want to understand you more." They're not going to do that. It's not about you though. It's about the subconscious desires and needs that they keep suppressing within themselves over and over and over again because they have so much trauma, because they were programmed to hate the things that they need the most. And for many people, that's love, that's presence, that's validation, that's communication. So these things that they see that you don't struggle with, these things that they see that are easy for you, they're gonna flip it into something demonic about you. They're gonna flip it into something negative about you. They're gonna find fault in every single gift that you possess because they can't understand why they are attracted to those things. They have suppressed their needs. They have suppressed their body. They have suppressed their emotions for so long that when they come into contact, when they come into community with people who can help them, who can bridge that gap, who can heal them, they can't even receive it. And so this is why, if you're watching this, and this, whether you are on the receiving end of the dark obsession, or you're watching this and you are a person that has a dark obsession with somebody, because it can go both ways. If you are doing things like, the stuff that I'm talking about, you're finding negativity in everything somebody does, you're critiquing everything somebody does, even if it's positive, if it's something positive, you're acting like you didn't see it. You're acting like you forgot that, oh, this person showed up for me. Oh, this person reached out to me. Oh, this person sent me a gift or paid for something. You totally forgot that part, right? Okay, so if you're watching this and you're on that side of things, this is why it doesn't matter what side you're on, but you need to hear this part. This is why I've been talking about the divine feminine. Okay? Many people, and this is just one way that you can work on the divine feminine. This is just one way that you can truly unlock and heal subconscious needs and desires, and you can unsuppress the divine feminine, the mother, the goddess energy that walks with you. Okay, male or female, this message is gender neutral, because we all have masculine and feminine energies, period. You need to be able to work with both energies in order to be in alignment with your highest timeline, with your best self. But for a long time, many of us, regardless of our gender, have been programmed to suppress, deny, and even abuse the divine feminine energy. So, how you can begin to unlock and heal and unsuppress that energy? A lot of you guys need to spend more time with your mothers. Some of us were really, really hurt by our mother figures, whether that was your physical, biological mother, or maybe people who played mother type roles in your life, that we need to have fed and healed, maybe through external connections. There's many of us in the collective who truly need to just spend time with our mothers so that we can truly see up close and personal the desires that we hold in our heart, so that we can really truly feel our feelings again. Because although your mother, your birth mother, may not literally be the divine feminine or goddess energy that is walking with you, that wants to connect with you, right? Because we have ancestors and spiritual forces that are working with that divine feminine energy, that it may not necessarily be our physical biological mother, but the healing and the work is going to start there. It's going to start with understanding your needs better. It's going to start with understanding if your needs are met or unmet, and if you have been programmed to suppress, deny, or dismiss needs that you really, really have. If you don't know that you have a need, when you come into contact with people who are able to meet that, you're always going to flip it into something must be wrong with them. when really something's wrong with you. The goal of dark obsession is to get you to chase after them, to trick you into thinking that your problem is their problem. It's to warp your reality, warp your vision, and create a delusion around what's actually real, what's actually true. To put it quite blank, this person is delusional. The person who has a dark obsession with you is delusional and dishonest with themselves first. So how can they possibly be able to be honest and real with you? It's going to start with them first. It's going to start with them bringing all those desires and needs that are in their subconscious that they keep hiding from themselves. It's going to take them to bring all that to the surface and to fully face it and be honest about that. Only then can they stop having dark obsessions and start having real needs. Because guess what? A person who's conscious of their needs, a person who's more self aware, a person who's connected to their body and emotions, they don't have to be obsessed. Okay? They can just say, yeah, I need this need met. I need help with this. I need this connection. They can be honest and vulnerable and real about that without twisting it into some dark narrative, without villainizing their needs, without villainizing people that can meet those needs, without twisting and creating a dark narrative or making up a story in their head to redefine things that are really basic and essential to a healthy existence on this earth. So, if you feel like right now you are realizing that there are some people who are attacking you through obsessive tactics like psychological warfare, because honestly, that is what dark obsession does. A dark obsession is going to attack you through your subconscious. Okay? So, like I said, these attacks, these dark obsessions, these tendencies are going to be revealed to you not in overt ways, but they're going to be very sneaky. It's set They set up these things to make you doubt yourself, to make you think, "Oh, I'm not talking about you. Oh, you must be crazy. Something's wrong with you. Why do you think I would even say that? Why do you think I would do that? Why do you think I think like that about you?" But it's not just one occurrence that things like this happen. It's a repeated instance. It keeps happening over and over and over and over and over and over and again. And that's how you know it's an obsession, because it's not just, "Oh, I just happened to make it. I just made a little shady comment, I just happened to see what you did. I just made one shady comment." I mean, let's be real, guys. We've all been shady before. Not everybody has to like everything about you. Not everybody has to like everything you do or say or wear or whatever it is, and that's just the reality of life. Like, people don't always have to be up your when you're constantly critiquing someone, when you're watching every move they make and you have something to say about it that's negative, you're really obsessed with them. But it's just a dark obsession that you're not able to realize that you have, or that that person has, because it might not be you. All right. The first key to protecting yourself is realizing that the person who has the dark obsession with you, their goal is to change your mind. So if their goal is to change your mind, that's where you need to have the most protection. You're going to have to guard your gateways, okay? And I went live on TikTok a couple days ago, and it's been interesting on TikTok live because people are popping up. Sometimes we just start getting into readings, and then some topics start coming out that I really, I didn't expect to talk about, right? But that's just the interesting thing about pulling cards, doing intuitive messages and readings, is that you don't always know what's going to pop out. But one of the things that popped out was, at the end of this year, some of us may need to go cold turkey. Some of us may need to cut off contact or dial back our communication and presence in certain people's lives, in certain communities, in certain spaces. All of this is to protect your energy. It's to set you up for the next phase that you're about to go into. If you're around people who have obsessive tendencies and they keep doing the same thing over and over again, they're probably not going to stop with a simple conversation. They're probably not going to stop if you just come out and say, if you're honest with them, if you're vulnerable with them and you're like, "Hey, this is hurting me. Can you stop?" I mean, you can try that, but my point is that it's going to take a lot for them to stop having that dark obsession, because that's all they know. They've literally conditioned and programmed themselves to deny their needs and desires. The only way they get those needs and desires met is in some twisted, dark way of bringing other people down and making other people feel bad about themselves so that they can feel like they're powerful. Of course, cutting off contact, going cold turkey, dialing back your presence, dialing back communication, guarding your gateways, being mindful of what you watch, what you're intaking from this particular individual, right? If you're following this person, if you are like, if you're on social media with this person, you might need to mute some of their posts. You might need to, block yourself from seeing their content, because this is another way that they're going to try to sneak attack you. You're not hanging around them, you're not talking to them, but you're friends with them on social media. They might post little subliminal messages to try to bring you into them, to try to grab you and get you to engage with them through a toxic dark pattern, like an argument or a confrontation. But the thing is that when that argument or confrontation happens, they're going to deny everything. They're going to act like, oh, oh, I don't know what you're talking about, right? Because the whole point was that they wanted attention from you, and they just don't have the tools to be honest about that. That's what I'm trying to get you guys to see. This dark obsession that this person or these people, because like I said, for some of us, it's not just one person, it's a group, it's a few people. They might not be connected, but they might be. Some of these people might be friends. Some of these people might be people in your family who they have a relationship with each other. But the point is that there's a dark obsession, and this person really does want to have a relationship with you, but they just don't have the tools. They don't have the vulnerability. They don't have the honesty. They don't have the authenticity to admit that they have this desire to connect with you. Because the only type of connection they may have experienced is power struggle, dominance. That's what they think genuine, authentic connection is. I need to be dominating you. I need to be controlling you. I need to have some type of power or authority over you. And that's what a relationship is. But there's a deeper version of connection than that they haven't allowed themselves to really tap into yet, because they're scared. They were never allowed to have deeper relationships. And this is also something that I talked about on TikTok, is that some of us right now, some of us in fall 2025, ending the year of 2025, are going to be discovering that we have this fear of connecting past a surface level or a certain point. We have a fear of things getting deeper. It's going to look different for everybody, because not everybody has the same level of depth, but there's this fear that is going to be coming up to the surface with all these water signs, as I've been telling you guys about. A lot of planets and water signs, Jupiter retrograde in Cancer, Scorpio transits going on, as well as Saturn and Pisces wrapping up its retrograde of 2025 this month. Okay, so a lot of water, a lot of uncomfortable emotions coming to the surface, a lot of triggers coming to the surface, a lot of desires coming to the surface. And this is why Spirit wants me to deliver this message about dark obsessions to you. You need to be aware that some people are unaware of the way that they need you in their life. And so this message is to get you to understand, don't participate and don't fall for the psychological attacks that these individuals are seeking to pin on you. It's all a game to get you to feed the needs that they don't even know they have. What you have to do is you have to force people to be honest with themselves by being honest with yourself. And that's so hard. It's gonna take a level of self-reflection. It's gonna take a new level of authenticity, which is vulnerability. Okay? Because sometimes we think authenticity is all vibes and I'm in my truth. You're not in your truth if you're not in your body. That's a bar. You're not in your truth if you're not in your body. So the new level of authenticity is going to be vulnerability. It's going to be honesty, and it's going to start with just you looking in the mirror. When you're able to do that, you're going to be able to disconnect from these people who have dark obsessions. You're going to be able to say, "No, you're not self-aware enough for me, and I don't want to play this game with you." And you're going to be able to protect yourself. You're going to be able to guard your gateways from psychological attacks and warfare. You're going to be able to um, protect yourself from having to constantly defend yourself or question subliminal messaging, shade, and just that constant doubt that these individuals want to create for you. And of course, you can do other spiritual things like set up a protection spell. You guys can wear dark colors, such as the ones that I have on today, to just help you protect your energy, protect your headspace. You can cover your head. You can meditate, practice some breathing exercises to just bring you back into center and back into your body. You can also use some crystals, removing some of those psychic attacks with a black tourmaline or a black crystal. Okay, and simply just keeping a black crystal around is also going to guard your gateways, help protect your psyche. So very important tools that you can use. The most important thing is going to be that self-awareness piece, recognizing the pattern, recognizing the obsession, recognizing this person, they lack awareness of their needs and desires, some of their deepest, essential, core needs and desires. And they're seeking to get them met through negative, twisted, shadowy, dark means. And that's not your responsibility.